So let's do question 6-3-2. Initialize the variable called proceed to the value of false. So what that's essentially saying is just label it var proceed is equal to false, semicolon. So we're just saying proceed contains the value of false. And again, this is going to be really useful when we have a while loop, when we want to end something that loops. I can give you a quick example as to what it is. All you have to do is do while proceed. Let's make this true at first. So while the loop is true, we'll do true. Then we can put var I is equal to 0. So what this is saying is we're making the variable I start at the value of 0. And the while loop, what it's going to keep doing, because it's true, it's always going to keep on going no matter what, unless we make it stop. So this is just an example if you want to know why we're doing this. So while this is always true, then what you want to do is increment I. So we'll do I++. And then if I is equal to 3, let's say it stops at the value of 3, then we can change proceed. Instead of having this to be true, we can say proceed is equal to false. So then it will stop. And when we console log this out, console log the value of I out, we can see what the value of I, what it stops at. So let's do that, save. And you see here, console log stops at 3 because we eventually changed that to false. So the reason it will stop at 3 is because what it's essentially doing, a while loop just keeps on going over and over and over and over again, and it'll continue unless you make it stop. And the way we make it stop is, if this is true here, it'll always keep going. So if we want this while loop to stop, we have to give it a false value. So this can keep incrementing. The if statement, we can provide these different types of checking, and then we can change the variable later on to something else. So instead of true, we'll change it to false once I gets to 3. And once this changes to false, it will break out of the while loop and it will just land over here, and it will console log I as, or whatever number it stops at, whatever we make it stop at, and then that will be displayed in the console log, which will be the value of 3.